how to predict a breakup, even before a relationship begins. Today, we'll talk about predictions and forecasts in relationships, not the tarot card kind, and not the forecasts sold by cappers, tipsters. This is more like simple analysis of initial data to see development vectors. Prediction versus forecast. Without understanding how the field works, a person will never grasp where forecasts come from or why they so often prove right. Regular, accurate theories already, and that only shows that an understanding is gradually coming that human behavior is subject to certain laws. By seeing behavior in the situation in the psychological field, it's easy to forecast a person's subsequent behavior and desires. You can predict an apple's fall if you know about gravity. When you feel the wind, you understand the shift in the fall vector. A professional golfer calculates strike force well and plans the ball's trajectory. Successful traders can forecast stock declines based on the situation in the country. Yes, of course, any forecast can turn out wrong. Naturally, a person can make a mistake, and naturally, despite a forecast, things can turn out differently. But the fact remains, experienced traders make fewer mistakes, and professional golfers beat novices. The knowledge I'm talking about is needed precisely for this: a girlfriend who's looking for a strong man. This situation is familiar to everyone and is very well suited to show the forces that determine a relationship's development vector. Let's consider a situation where a man really liked a girlfriend and wants to build a relationship with her. Men fall into herbivores, predators, and chameleons. Herbivores are men without rich relationship experience. They kindly try to make the relationship good and comfortable for the girlfriend. They're the most honest and open people. They're the ones who usually start making mistakes right away, mistakes that over time lead the other person to rejection, even though they're actually the most suitable for relationships. Chameleons are pseudo-alphas who think they know what they're doing and operate only by humiliating the girlfriend, so she's in a weak position. They know manipulations that work and live by them. This knowledge clouds judgment, making them think they fully control their lives, though control isn't there and never was. Initially, they make no mistakes, but as soon as they meet a more independent woman, they want to privatize her so badly that they melt down faster than the first type. Predators are people who either have it by nature or acquired it through intense self-work. These are the people who truly can control their own lives. They don't seek control over others, but other people, for some reason, want to be under their control. There's no manipulation in them. They truly live this way. They're 1%, maybe less. Let's talk about the first and second types. When a woman laments in conversation how few strong men there are in the world, your macho mode switches on. You rub your hands happily because you know that now she's met a strong man. Most often, that's the mistake. Don't overestimate yourself to avoid the illusion of superiority, because the girlfriend is saying she's weak and wants strength nearby. And you're the hero. The first thing to observe is how the woman talks to her parents. If you notice a power struggle in the family with the mother or father, they don't get along. That's the first bell. Understand, not everything people say should be taken literally. If the girlfriend considered all men weak in hindsight, be sure that at first she found them quite worthy, just as she does you right now. What does this lead you to? To the possibility that this girlfriend, with behavior oriented toward leadership in the family, was meeting in battles with a man who, quite possibly, is also fighting some battles at work. The poor guy fights at work, then comes home and fights there. And at some point, he simply gets tired and yields control because he has no energy left. That's when he becomes weak. This is always easy to read by looking at the family and its relationships. Most often, either the mother leads or the father is absent, and the mother carries all the burden of management. Being in such a situation for no less than 16 years, many start living on their own at 16. The girlfriend, in most cases, acquires these qualities. Why is it easy to forecast that you too will become weak if you like the girlfriend a lot? Because you won't notice this battle for control. You don't even know it's taking place. For you, male strength becomes accepting the situation, and then you start bending yourself under the situation. Subjectively, you'll see strength in yourself. Objectively, you'll lose it. At times, the illusions will fall and you'll quarrel, but 3 days later, you'll run back with apologies. How understanding helps. When you don't grow illusions, you see, and seeing is always better than not seeing. You become difficult to manage. For example, in this context, you understand that perhaps the situation is indeed as the girlfriend described, but you don't discount the possibility that the girlfriend herself isn't a gift, and that the male weakness could be her doing. You don't try to convince her of this because you understand control is illusory. This information helps you. What does it give you? You like the girlfriend and want to build a relationship. No one has learned to switch off attraction, and you haven't either. You can build a relationship while avoiding mistakes you would surely have made without this knowledge. This makes the relationship more resilient and prevents it from ending as quickly as it might have. Love is a strange thing, isn't it? The girlfriend won't see in you the defects her exes had, even if partly prompted by her. You don't become readable and controllable. You keep your face, self-respect, personality, and the relationship, and undoubtedly step up a level.